So this look is a little friendlier, a little more childish, I suppose you could say. And we're going to start off with some eye primer, which I've done. Like my teacher said, the spot is a lot, so you don't need too much. But go around the eye and a little bit on the under eye, because we're going to have some nice eyeshadow there. We're going to use this Ulta, it's like zoomed in all the way, the Ulta palette again, okay, and this time we're going to stay in this zone with the red, maybe touch on some firework, but probably not, maybe a little glitter though. We're going to use the Unpredictable, which I don't know how you get unpredictable for green, unless it suddenly turns blue.
That'd be cool.
That would be awesome. The Lime Green and the Cherry Bomb, and then maybe touch in some firework, and if we do touch it, so we're going to start with some light green on the inner eye. Don't put too much on because it's only going to be, we only want a little green on the inner eye, and if you put too much and drag it out too far and overlap too much of the red on top of it, that particular shade of green is very good at making bruise-like colors when mixed with things like red and blue, and a little bit of gray or black. So, you know, with the red, it'll make a little bit of a bruise color, so you don't want to pull it too far out, because then you'll have too much of it mixing. So just dab literally a little bit right on your inner corner. Next, we're going to do our red. We're going to do the red more towards the center of the eye and overlapping a bit of the green. It won't make it too bruise-like because the red should be pretty bright and not so much like a pink. If you are using pink, don't use the green at all, unless you've got a different shade of green, because this is a very light green. It's almost yellow. So we're just going to dab some of that on there. And next we're using the dark green, and we're going to put that on the outer corner of the eye. And you can bring it a little bit around under it because we're going to do some touching up under your eye anyways. So it looks a little weird right now, but it'll look better. So do both eyes with that. Then we'll go to the under eye. So now we're going to dab, I'm using my eyeliner brush to dab a bit of the dark green under the eye, and I'm going to use the thicker brush, my regular eye definer brush, afterwards. And I'm just going to do the outer corners of that. And then I'm going to do some red, actually, towards the middle and the center, towards the center of the eye. Not too much, because then it looks like you're bleeding out of your eyes. So just a little bit of red, dab lightly. It looks better when you use the definer brush afterwards, but I wanted to make sure I got right up against the eye, because there's not going to be any lower eyeliner, at least not on my model y squared z squared. So I wanted to make sure it went as close to the eye as possible, but if you want to use eyeliner, that's fine too. Eyeliner works just as well. And now I'm going over it with the eye definer brush, so it's a little thicker. This look is a little friendlier. It's supposed to be a little more goofy, almost. Not really. It's still somewhat refined, but now I'm using liquid liner on her upper eyelids. It's not too thick, but it's not thin. I'm personally allergic to liquid liner, so I use the NYX pen actually works well. The fine tip, I'm actually not allergic to that, which is a surprise. But a pencil, honestly, guys, will work just as fine. I've been using a pencil most of my life. So I'm just using the liquid on her because I've got it and I'm not going to be able to use it on myself. So I might as well use it on my model. Plus, she's not allergic to it, so. And you want to go right into the inner corner of the eye. Now we're going to use some of the, I don't know what color blush that is, but it's by Mary Kay. It's almost red. It doesn't look that way in the light, but it's more of a red toned blush than a pink. And you're just going to.
It's very faint on the inner eye with the green, like you guys can hardly
cheeks.
see it. You can see it better on this eye because it's
and you should have
not
a nice
really
holly
a shadow
jolly warm
on that eye.
Christmassy look, fun Christmassy look rather.
And her cheeks are nice and rosy.
There you are.